Hey, what up, guys? Hey, welcome back. Bring the facts. Hey, we got a breaking story, man. We're gonna be talking about rapper GloRilla. Yup, Memphis rapper GloRilla, man. She was living in Atlanta, man. This girl had her home. There was an attempted robbery on her house, man. This article is gonna be from ABC News Online. Credit goes to them. Headline: Rapper GloRilla is arrested on drug charges following investigation of a robbery slash burglary at her house. Authorities say rapper GloRilla was arrested on felony drug charges after marijuana and another drug were found by deputies while they invested a burglary at her Atlanta home. Rapper GloRilla was arrested this week on felony drug charges after a significant amount of marijuana was found by police while being investigated at a burglary at her home. GloRilla, whose real name is Gloria Woods, voluntarily turned herself in Tuesday and was released on $22,260 bond the same day, according to Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. Dude, if her bond was $22,000 for marijuana and whatever else they found, that was a lot, man. I didn't even know she smoked weed. Like, well, yeah, she does smoke weed, but I didn't know like that. Man, she must have had a bail. But anyways, okay, back to the story. How could you send a face like that to jail, man? Shame on that police officer, man. She too pretty to go to jail. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Okay, deputies were called to the rapper's home at about 1:30 a.m. Sunday on reports of a burglary. Woods wasn't present and performed hadn't wasn't present and had performed during a halftime at the WNBA All-Star game on Saturday in Indianapolis. Three suspects entered the home and were stealing items when an occupant of the house fired a weapon at the intruders. The suspects fled the scene and did not appear to have been injured, according to the sheriff's office. A drug task force secured a search warrant for the home after deputies noticed a strong odor consistent with illegal narcotics while investigating the home robbery slash burglary. The task force discovered marijuana in plain view inside the master bedroom closet, according to a statement from the sheriff's office. Woods was charged with possession of marijuana and possession of another controlled substance. The suspects weren't located despite an extensive search, the sheriff's office wrote in a statement sent to the Associated Press. The investigation into the burglary and robbery is ongoing. Detectives recovered physical and trace forensic evidence believed to belong to the three suspects, the office wrote. Woods' attorney, Drew Filing is he's what's his name? That was Young Thug. Yeah, that's Young Thug's lawyer, Drew Finland. Marissa Goldman wrote in a statement the suspects took off with high value jewelry when they realized the home wasn't vacant. The Woods had family staying at the home who were traumatized by the incident, her lawyers wrote. The homeowner is a victim of a serious crime and we're going to bring the suspects to justice, Sheriff Ron Freeman wrote. At the same time, we must continue to uphold and enforce the law in all aspects of this case. Woods' attorney said that her arrest is a disturbing window into how warped law enforcement priorities have become. When her family when her family members did the right thing and called the police, this is what Finley said. Instead of investigating the violent home invasion and theft at Miss Woods' home, they instead sought a search warrant. Finley and Goldberg wrote, no arrests have been made issuing the violent home invaders. Miss Woods is a victim, not a suspect. This is our tax dollars at work. Absolutely unbelievable. End of quotation. Yeah, that was his statement. Yeah, I didn't know that was her lawyer, man. But yeah, that's the same. That's the same attorney that was on Young Thug's case. But oh, let me tell you. Okay, let's go back. They said armed intruders came into the house. Okay, let me. They labeled kind of this this article wrong, because actually that's home invasion because there was people home. It don't matter if they knew what people are in there. Whenever you do a kick door or you break into a house or you access a house and you're attempting to do a burglary, that's a burglary. A burglary is actually when you take something. You have to physically take something for it to be a burglary. It would actually, yeah, you have to physically take something. But just because there was family members in that house when they came to do the burglary, the minute they came into that house, it became PBL, which is punishable by life. That's a first degree burglary. I mean, not burglary. That's home invasion when somebody's home. So that's a PBL. These dudes in Georgia, there's three suspects. They're facing a life sentence, possibly. Yup. And also, let me say, one of the her family members shot at the suspects. Also, if one of those suspects would have died during that home invasion, they get charged with the body, the suspects, not the homeowner. But yeah, they said they smelled weed. Well, they smelled drugs in the house. So maybe had somebody. I guess somebody was smoking, but I don't have any knowledge of anything like that. But they didn't really say it. But they didn't say if it smelled burn, or they didn't really go. But they said the smell was consistent with drugs. Whenever police come onto your property and they see anything illegal or they smell anything like illegal, they can get a search warrant. Sometimes they'll just go and start searching and they don't care. They get the warrant later. But these police officers, they were actually pretty nice. They went and got a search warrant first. So they probably should try to get rid of that stuff. But if it was $22,000 worth, I mean 22, her bond was 22,000. That was a lot of weed that they found in her house. I'm not saying it's GloRilla. Man, how could you take a face like that to jail, man? Shame on that police officer, man. I didn't know GloRilla was that bad. I didn't know that. She bad. But anyways, she went crazy with them tattoos, man. She shouldn't have got on. I don't like girls with tattoos. But anyways, back to the subject. But yeah, for a bond to be $22,000, yeah, dude, that was a lot of weed, man. Yeah, that was a lot of weed, man. And how the only way she could have got out of this if she would have had one of those safes. They have safes that the air doesn't pass through, like a solid, like a rifle safe. Those they have like a circle thing that has bars, like the bank vault. It's those kind of ones, but they call them shotgun safes or whatever, gun safes, shotgun safes. But yeah, that's the only way that a smell of weed wouldn't have came out. Or she could have put it like someplace else in the house, but it seemed like the police were all over her property and stuff like that. So at that time, the homeowner, I mean the people that were her relatives that were home, they probably weren't even thinking about that, about there being drugs on the property. They probably didn't even know. They're lucky they didn't get charged from it. The only reason they charged GloRilla is because her name is on she owns that house and she has the master bedroom. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Peace.